Child. I just got finished watching Family or Fiance. And I was in the shower and I was trying to think about whether I even wanted to review this damn episode because it was really sad, it was heartbreaking, it was heart-wrenching, and it really pissed me off. And I ain't even take no notes for real. Because at the beginning of this episode, I didn't understand what the fuck we was here for. I said it is very obviously that both of them are very unequally yoked. She don't need to be with his old tired ass. I feel like his ass preyed on her. You know what I'm saying? Like, my whole thing is, even for me, and I meet Trade all day, and I talk a whole bunch of shit. The minute I ask Trade how old they are and he say anything with the word teen in it, I'm automatically done. I'm turned off and I no longer have no type of conversation or anything for your ass, okay? Because I'm 33 years old. You can't get into the club. You can't get into the bar. You can't buy no alcohol, and no, I'm not willing to put my life on hold and stop having fun simply because you can't. So if you get older, once you get older, and if I'm still available and I still want your ass like that, then yeah, if you shoot your shot, I might go on ahead and, you know, give you the bucket. But it's just like, and then the sad part about it is the groom's family. I don't like none of them. I don't. Because there's just no way. Well, shit. At the end of it, y'all basically proved the point that y'all did know that he was running off out here, kicking off, and not only her ass, but probably the ex-wife ass, probably the other two ex-wives he had asses, probably any other girlfriend he done ever had ass. He probably done kicked in it. Y'all been together for 6 years, and Katina, you put up with abuse from this old fucker for 6 years throughout the duration of the relationship. You put up with his old tired 1 foot in the grave AARP card. Katina, you's a much better woman than I will ever be. Katina, whatever your name is, child. You are a much better woman than I could ever be on God's green earth. Listen, I pray that God send me a man who think he finna put his fucking hands on me. You understand what I'm saying here? So the fact that you put up with that for 6 years is very telling, and it's and I'm not blaming your mom. Because your mom also had a bout of dealing with somebody that was physically abusive towards her. Which is probably where you got it from. Y'all acknowledge that. My thing about it is, though, Katina, yes, your mother went through that, but she left. And she became a much better person, a much stronger person, a much stronger woman by leaving. You came up here and you said out of your own mouth, after all of that was said and done and revealed, you set up and told Dr. Tracy McMullen, you didn't come up here for this. You came up here to tell the truth and get your story out. So when Dr. Tracy halted production, halted all of the blessing ceremony, halted all of that. And I love the fact that she did that because in that moment, Tracy was no longer there to make TV. It's beyond TV. It's beyond TV at this point for Tracy. And I totally respect Dr. Tracy for that. Because most people would have just stayed in it and said, okay, well, we'll figure out the end to rate that end, but I still want y'all to stay. I still want them to give blessings. I still want this. I still want that. I loved how Dr. Tracy said, bitch, fuck y'all. That's not what, we not finna do that. What bothered me the most about that whole situation is how Victor just sat there. Everybody else in the room is emotional. And they feel bad for what this poor little young girl that you preyed on have been going through for the past 6 years. And you weren't even moved. You could care less about the part that you played and what happened. Now, don't get me wrong. Do I believe that Katina, however she wants to pronounce her name, was putting hands on you? Absolutely. But I also believe that it was out of self-defense. I also believe that. because I could tell by the way she turned into a complete basket case when that whole situation was brought about, even while you was in there. Like, I wasn't expecting that, because when I first saw y'all in the car, she was happy and she was smiling and she was like, oh, we're engaged and we're going to do this and we're going to do that. And then when I found that out, I said, so is this a truth? Is this a lie? Is it more to the story than what we know? And I'm more than sure it is. But it just completely puzzled me at how the minute Dr. Tracy came back with the information of the conversation that you had with your mama, and you just shut down. Like, it's like you crawled under a rock. And then when Tracy was sitting up there trying to get y'all to open up about it, because he didn't want to talk about it, you didn't want to talk about it, which made me think even more, he's always the aggressor in the situation. I believe they get into arguments. He probably tries to grab her and yoke her up. Of course, a human instinct is to push your ass up off me and or hit your ass back. And then that's when I believe that he commences to kicking off in her ass. And the fact that the stepdaughter, the son, and the brother, they all knew that. They all knew that. Y'all knew it. Y'all knew it. Y'all know that your daddy, your brother, uncle, whoever, y'all know he has a reputation out in the hood for kicking off in a bitch ass. Because although I didn't grow up in the hood, most of my friends did. So I was always out, and we always know who the woman beater was. We know who the cheater is. We know who the sissy is. We know who the down low is. We like you just know. And it bothered me. Like, it really bothered me. Like, I really wanted to put my hands on Victor so damn bad. Like, I really wanted to strangle Victor. I wanted to strangle him. Like, and Mama Casey, no shade to you, but it couldn't have been my daughter coming to me telling me that old ass fuck nigga was sitting around there putting hands on the door. You mean to tell me the minute you heard that, you ain't go to the kitchen, grab you the longest knife allowed by law? You ain't go and pick up the cast iron pan? You ain't gonna make you a pot of boiling grits? You ain't boil you some lye? You ain't boil you some bleach? Mama, I know you lying. Then, this what really took me out. We get down to the epilogue. So after Dr. Tracy, brought the family together saying, listen, it's not about to be no damn blessed ceremony, because this fuck nigga is running around here putting hands on her. When all of his family basically admitting that they knew it was something weird or strange going on around there. And then her other family kind of felt the same way, that it was something weird going on. Dr. Tracy tells them, well, listen, I want y'all to have a 30-day trial period of no contact, no seeing each other, no doing this, no doing that. And then after that, y'all come together, and if y'all decide that after y'all work on yourselves individually in that 30 days, whether or not this is something that you want to continue to do, blah, 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 let us know, yada, yada, yada. Girl, the epilogue drops. They did not listen or follow to Dr. Tracy's advice. They did run off to go to the courthouse and get married without the family being present. The worst part of it all that I'm really scared for this girl about is right after that, she hasn't had no contact of her mom of any kind. Mama, and I understand that's your baby. You seem like a religious woman. You remember the story of the prodigal son? That's the situation here with Katana, whatever her name is. She's the prodigal daughter, and you have to let her go. And I know it hurts. I know you're scared for your baby because you've been down that road of abuse and you don't want her to have to go through that. But your daughter's grown, and she has to want to leave for herself. Which is what confuses me as to why she came up here to tell her story, to only then turn around and marry him anyway. So my question to Katana is, or Katina, however you pronounce her name, what message are you setting for other little young girls that could be going through what you're going through? Because you're sending off mixed signals by getting up here with the I am woman, hear me roar. I'm not putting up with this no more. I'm telling my story. You're not going to silence me. And I'm going to be a better person because of it. You turned into a complete basket case when the situation happened. Girl, you crawled up under a rock. You couldn't even look at him in his face. You didn't even want to tell your story while he was there. For you to turn around and allow him to talk you in to not only marrying his ass anyway, but then lose contact with your mama and your family, probably your friends at that. I feel so. Listen, I'm afraid for that young lady because most times when most people do that and when they get a woman alone like that, it never ends out right for them and it never ends out well. And I don't want to wish that upon anybody, but I've watched a lot of Snapped. I've watched a lot of Charmed to Death. I watched a lot of On the Case with Paula Zahn. I watched a lot of damn shows where this pattern, that's usually the end result of it. And I don't want to think that. I would love to be able to think that he does get it and he knows it's wrong and he knows he shouldn't do that regardless of the reason. Because you were sitting up there trying to say, well, most of them times I was the aggressor. Bitch, you was a 55-year-old rusty ass AARP card carrying holder. Her ass this damn big. Y'all, please drop down in the comments. Y'all let me know what y'all thought about last night's episode. I'm sorry this is not the review that I was y'all used to me giving. But, Lord, can somebody who know that baby please tell me that they done talked to her, that she's okay, that they've seen her physically, and also talked. I just really want to know if she's okay. Because I've seen a lot of stories that play out just like that, and it never ends well. Please, somebody that know her and y'all watch this video, like, she gonna be on my mind. Because Y'all drop down in the comments. Y'all let me know what y'all thought about last night's episode. Girl, I gotta go. Bye.